Start.
Slide. To begin with my presentation, I would like to express my sincere homage to the Vice Director of the University, Mr. Betsy Hall, and my advisors and the head of the Faculty of English, Mr. Yaponet, and all the judges, senior and freshmen of the University of Management and Economics. Good morning, my name is Gum Cha. I am a student at the University of Management and Economics, enrolling in the final year of my English major. And as a requisite to complete my bachelor degree, I have to conduct research. And the topic that I have chosen to research is about the investigation of academic dishonesty among part-time ESL learners at EL language school. To begin research, we need to establish a clear background and history as to why this was the topic chosen. Academic dishonesty has existed as long as education has existed. It has plagued the academic world for many centuries to come and has caused extensive and destructive consequences for those stakeholders and the academic institution itself. And unfortunately, even in part-time English education, it is also not spared, as academic dishonesty is very evident. These are the statements of the problem, which are grouped into 5 questions. First, what are the student motives behind academic dishonesty behaviors? Second, what are the methods used by the student to commit academic dishonesty in testing and examination? 3, what are the damages and consequences caused by academic dishonesty? 4, what are the measures employed by the educator to limit and prevent academic dishonesty? And 5th, what should be taught to the student to educate them about academic dishonesty? The objective of the study attempts to answer those aforementioned questions. And the significance of the study, it could shed light on a previously unknown topic in Cambodian educational context, and could show the prevalence of academic dishonesty within the institution. And secondly, it could help better understanding of how and the method used to prevent academic dishonesty within the institution, and to formulate a clear educational strategy about how to teach to the student the consequence about academic dishonesty. There are certain scope and limitations of the study. First, this study is only conducted at EL language school. Second, it only focuses on 5 objectives and the aforementioned topic. Third, the data gathered is from 90 sample students. And finally, it was conducted through the allocated time slot from December 2023 to February 2024. This is the conceptual framework. We have the input, which is the objective of the study or independent variable, into the process, which is the independent variable, and produce an output, which is better understanding of academic dishonesty. For continuing, we need to discuss about the literature used to conduct this research. Many literature have been used and synthesized to produce a clear ground in which the research could be built upon. These are the important key terms which are used in the research, and many literature are focused on the dependent variable and independent variable. There are special gaps, as most of this literature do not focus on Cambodian context, So the researcher has to synthesize and get a better understanding himself. Let's go to the background of the institution. Three research practices was to complement the ever-growing need of in a more globalized, commercialized world. The vision of EL Language School is to follow the three core principles: knowledge, ability, and virtue. Its mission is to develop abilities, provide students with tolerance and acceptance for students, and to prepare the student for integration into the community. Here is the logo of the EL Language School. The main color are blue and white, symbolize friendship, virtue, and prosperity. And there are also four symbols. This is the structure of the institution. For the design of the research, the researcher has used the descriptive method of research. Descriptive method combines both the measure of both qualitative and quantitative research design, which use survey or questionnaire to gather necessary data. And for sampling design, researchers employ the use of non-probability sampling, which is called purposive sampling. Firstly, the researcher wants to conduct on selected 26 students from two classes. Unfortunately, only 19 respondents. But this does not impede the process of research. For the instrument for research, the questionnaire is used. In the questionnaire, there are 40 statements and divided into 5 categories, and the respondent has to grade it from 1, which is disagreement, to 5, strongly agree. For the collection procedure, it starts from the researcher proposing the topic on to the final survey conducting, and finally recollecting and synthesizing the data collected. And for the treatment and analysis of the statistical data, Microsoft Excel is used. Firstly, we will talk about the demographic profile. For the respondent, 53 are female while 47 are male. And most of the students have more than 4 years of English education. And most of the students are also between the ages of 15 and 19. For the 5 variable score, you see that variable 1 has scored 3.10, variable 2 has scored 2.89, variable 3 has scored 3.69, variable 4 has scored 3.95, and variable 5 has also scored the same score. It has a total average score of 3.52. The conclusion from this data is that the mean of all variables is 3.52, which means that the respondent feel a slight agreement for all the statements used. And it is important to note that none of the variables has passed the 4-score threshold, which is the agreed range. Variable 4 and 5 has the highest score, while variable 2 has the lowest score. And the study gives insight into a highly controversial yet important topic in the academic sector as well. There are many recommendations for the teacher, both the teacher and students. For the teacher, they should understand more about student psychology, encourage students to participate in class activity, be friends, and be a leader in a class, remain unbiased, and maintain discipline. For the student, they should learn to think, understand questioning, and remain true to their own philosophy. This concludes the end of my presentation. I would like to express my gracious gratitude to everyone for paying attention.
សូមអរគុណចំពោះការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញជាកិច្ចបន្តសូមប្រកួតគុណទីជូនគណៈកម្មការចោលសួរសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញ
It's such a great, interesting presentation. After your research, I would like you to show what are the academic dishonesty you have found at the school where you have conducted the research, and how do the teachers or the school prevent those academic dishonesty?
Thank you, Professor. That is such a great question. For me, the most common form of academic dishonesty are copying, plagiarizing, meaning stealing other people's work, and importantly, using external materials such as phone or certain type of file to log on to and copy the answer from those. Now, every institution, they have different methods of preventing those issues, but at UME-BMC school, during examination, there is an observer who looks around the class to prevent such behaviors to happen. And also, they set a strict rule, which, according to the rule, students are found to have committed academic dishonesty will either be penalized or be expelled immediately, depending on the severity of the behaviors.
Okay. Yes, thank you for your presentation. And your presentation is interesting. And my question is questionnaire form.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. The questionnaire that I have formulated is from various literature that I have read, and the literature is available in places, but essentially the researcher used and synthesized the questionnaire or any question that were asked in those literature, and he also added a few more which he thought would be more developing